If you have been thinking about upgrading your gaming setup or finally jumping into the world of virtual reality, you might want to move fast because the entire hardware market is experiencing a massive shift right now. Meta just announced, out of nowhere, that they are raising the prices of their virtual reality headset, and the reason behind it affects almost every single piece of technology in your home. Starting on April 19th, the price of the 128GB and 256GB versions of the Meta Quest 3S is going up by $50. That brings their new prices to $349.99 and $449.99 respectively. But the flagship Meta Quest 3 is getting hit even harder with a full $100 price hike, pushing it up to $599.99. You are probably wondering why a massive company like Meta is suddenly making their consumer hardware more expensive years after release. They released a statement explaining that the cost of building high-performance hardware has risen dramatically over the last few months. Specifically, there is a severe global surge in the price of random access memory chips. These memory components are absolutely critical for everything from your smartphone to your laptop, and right now, the supply chain is incredibly strained. Meta stated that in order to keep delivering the quality of software and support that users expect, they had to adjust their pricing model. This price hike is also going to apply to all of their refurbished units, though thankfully, the accessories are going to stay at their current prices for now. This situation is a massive wake-up about how fragile the global supply chain really is. Meta is definitely not the only company dealing. Other major tech giants like Samsung, Microsoft, and Sony have all had to adjust their hardware pricing recently to cope with the exact same memory chip shortage. When the raw materials required to build these complex machines suddenly spike in value, those almost always pass down directly to us, the consumer. So if you are in the market for any high-end electronics that rely heavily on fast memory, you might want to keep a very close eye on the market because this trend of rising prices does not seem to be slowing down anytime soon. The underlying issue with this global memory shortage highlights a much deeper problem in how our devices are manufactured. The production lines for random access memory are incredibly complex, requiring massive factories and billions of dollars in infrastructure. When demand